$100 just saying Mario Odyssey hype. Another special shout out, War Wiz donated $50 and said, "Hello all, my daughter would really like to have her name read out loud on air. This is my third time donating to get this done. If you guys could do it, this would make her very happy. Her name is Delaney." So, hello Delaney. Fun Dad donated $25 saying, "The great lineup of runs this week has forced me to halt all other activity for at least 2 hours a day. So the least I can do is continue donating. Good luck, runners." Rasputin donated $100 with a similar theme saying, SGDQ, that dreamlike week when work efficiency is down 60%, awesomeness is up 350%, and every frame is sacred. Loving all the crazy runs and the stupendous work you all do. All right. With that said, with no further ado, it is time. I'm going to send it to the stage for the GDQ premiere of Super Mario Odyssey.
What's up, what's up? Hello, welcome. My name is NicroVeda. I'm going to be doing any percent for Super Mario Odyssey. Just want to say thank you so much to everybody who donated for the incentive to make this possible. And I'll let my couch introduce themselves.
Hello, everyone. I'm Trihex. You might know me as probably your favorite global emote. I joined the community for Mario Odyssey upon launch because I was so hyped to be part of the boom of all the strategies being discovered and the community forming. And I've been welcomed and loved ever since.
All right. I'm Small@1, an any percent runner of this game as well. Not as good as Nicro, of course, but just here to help commentate.
I'm Bayleaf. I focus more on the longer categories, darker side in particular. Currently have world record for that category. And yeah, glad to be here on the couch.
I'm Spike. Hey, Spike. So yeah, basically, I'm going to be running on the 1.0 version of the game, which has exclusive tricks, since it is unpatched. There's a few other things too, like the language is in Japanese. This is the game's first time at GDQ, so a lot of work has went into it, 8 months or so. So excited to show off a lot of cool tech and strats, and it's going to be action-packed.
Well,
all right.
Well, before you begin, though, I want to throw in a little wager to make things a little bit spicy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How do y'all feel about $10 per bonk and/or death? How do you feel about that?
I think I'll have to take you up on that.
You up on that?
Yeah,
I'm down.
Yeah.
My wallet's looking mighty fat.
It'd be a shame if it got thinner there, Nicro.
Yeah.
Better step up.
No pressure.
No pressure, man.
All right, so I'm going to get the crowd to count down on 5, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
So what's notable about Mario Odyssey is that unlike a lot of other Mario games, 3D ones in particular, you have the ability to skip cutscenes. So I'll be helping fill in and explain all the grand, deep Mario lore of the game. The cutscene we just skipped right there, Bowser was unable to control his toxic male entitlement and decided to snatch Peach as his mail-order bride. Mario boarded his airship, tried to stop him, loses the battle, gets knocked off the ship, falling to his peril, where he now crash lands on a mysterious place called Cap Kingdom and befriends Fedora Tip.
Cappy. All right, so you'll notice that the main movement of this game is going to be rolling. A lot of shaking involved. You'll see me shaking a lot. Just ground movement stuff, fast rolling. You want to explain the...
Cappy here? Sure.
Yeah.
That'll cost him.
Come on, $10, man, already. So the companion here that we have is Cappy, and that gives some unique abilities to Mario in this game. With Cappy, you can throw him and attack enemies. You can also capture enemies to take control of them. Another thing Cappy can do is give Mario sort of a type of double jump, so we'll be seeing that a lot in this run. And you can see as well that he is rolling, and to go faster, he's shaking the controller.
So yeah, I'm gonna capturing a frog right here. I'm just doing frog vectoring. It just speeds up the frog jumps a little bit more. I'm gonna make my way up to the cap tower to fight the first boss in the game, which is Topper. And the first notable trick is right here. It's called left side. See that right here? I'm gonna attempt this.
Oh, nice.
And he
Barely
made it.
making
Nice, nice.
One of the hardest tricks in the entire run right there.
Yeah, you are barely able to make that, by the way.
Yeah, so originally you'd go to the right side where there's a ramp and you'd walk up it, but that one saves a little bit of time and it looks pretty cool.
All right. So we have some grand Mario lore for everyone in chat. You notice this power line appears out of nowhere. Turns out they have mystical properties that connect multiple universes in Mario Odyssey.
And this one is going to be bringing us to Cascade Kingdom, which has some pretty big skips right away in the run. The first one is going to be called First Moon Skip, where in this game we're going to be collecting power moons, but we're going to be skipping the first one, which has some cutscenes connected to it, which saves like 45 seconds. He's going to be putting Cappy into a really precise place, and then Mario in a precise place as well, ground pounding and jumping over a huge invisible wall right at the start here, and you'll see it. It's incredibly difficult.
So yeah, this rock can be really finicky. It's kind of hard to set up. Might take a few attempts here.
There you go. And there you go.
And there you go.
All right, so I'm gonna capture the dino here, and we're actually gonna jump off a trampoline. This is Dino Skip. And just like that, we're gonna uncapture, and we're in the boss room.
Yo, wait, how'd that trampoline not break?
So more on the immersive lore of the game here. You'll see here Madame Brood. She's currently wearing a necklace that has 3 power moons tethered to it, correct?
Oh, of course.
That ultimately these power moons will act as ship fuel to power the Odyssey.
Well, why not power stars?
Well, why not shrines?
Why not blue coins?
I think we all know why not blue coins.
No.
Oh my God.
So as we see here, this game has some pretty advanced jiggle physics. So most notably, Mario's nose bounces up and down after collecting power moons.
So dynamic.
So you can see it right here. It's something you're never going to unsee. It's just a nice little thing Nintendo added in.
HD jiggles.
So there's our first set of moons, actually, and we'll be collecting a bunch more throughout the run, 124 total. And after this cutscene here, I'll keep talking about that. So in the top left there, you see the HUD. You see the 3 moons, and then there's 2 empty spaces. Whenever he collects a moon, it fills in one of those empty spaces, and that shows how many moons you're going to be collecting in each kingdom as we go through them.
Also of note here is that the amount of moons required per world does vary. So while we do need 5 here in Cascade, for example, that number will change throughout every kingdom throughout the run. So just pay attention to the top left corner of the screen to see how many we need to get out of here. And then coming up next here, we have Sand Kingdom, which is a pretty unique world because unlike every other world in the game, it's very, very flat. So it's tough to gain a height advantage to get around places fast.
So each time we complete a kingdom, we kind of have like this similar cutscene of where we have to go to the overworld and select our next destination. And being the expansive game that it is, our new friend Cappy takes it upon himself to elaborately explain the complexity of each kingdom that we're going to visit. So the main thing here coming up in Sand Kingdom, you know, Bowser's got to find that bling bling for his new bride at the wedding, right? Am I right? Got to get the nice rock for your lady. So we got to make sure Bowser does it right and doesn't steal anything.
So yeah, as you can tell, the kingdom is just very widespread. It's the most roll-heavy kingdom, like Triax said. It's just all flat. Takes a while to get between moons. Nothing too special yet.
So, like, is it true that motion controls are required to go fast in this game?
Ooh, that was a cool bird in the background.
All right, let's see if we get the pipe slurp.
Pipe slurp.
All right, see if we get good floor RNG.
Floor RNG.
Oh, first
Hey.
try,
Absolutely.
first try RNG.
Sick guess, man.
Dude, how'd you know it was there?
It's almost like it's there every time.
Yep. Must be.
So I know we talked about it earlier. Motion controls are required to make you go faster. Thanks, Nintendo.
Yeah, so we got Dune Moon coming up here. Can be pretty finicky to find the spot. Kind of difficult for a lot of beginners.
And now, coming up next is one of the notorious strats in the run called Dram Strat, where there's something that I got to mention first is Cappy, no matter how far Cappy gets away from Mario, if Cappy captures something, then Mario's teleported to it. So he's going to be using that mechanic here to actually avoid some traveling. He's going to leave Cappy in a certain spot and go and pick up a moon, and then he's going to capture this bullet bill right after he collects the moon to teleport all the way back up and avoid a big climb.
Should work.
And that's Dram Strat.
Now hold up. 1 second, guys, 1 second. Did you guys like that? Do you want to see it again?
There's Dram.
Encore. Clap, boys.
All right.
So notable here is that most things you capture in the game have a motion control enhanced ability. In particular, there he was shaking the controller to do those spin thrust as the bullet bill into that moon just now.
So right here, this is another simple ground pound moon. I'm going to use a spin pound like I showed off earlier. It just eliminates jumping with the ground pound, saving a little bit of time. And the next trick is going to be Sphinx Clip, which I'm actually going to go through the wall, getting on top of this Sphinx right here in a second. It's pretty difficult.
My money.
This trick, it's one of the most difficult tricks on the run. It's actually
There it
so
is.
hard.
So I'm going to grab this moon through the wall. I'm supposed to be sinking through the wall to the other side to get to that moon, but we can jump right back into the Sphinx loading zone, into the treasure room, collecting some coins in here.
And that Sphinx clip there, it actually has like 2 almost frame-perfect inputs back to back, so it's really difficult.
Indeed.
All right, so this is called Jaxie Skip right here. I'm going to bonk into this wall to make it on top of this platform. This is the unintended way. And I'm going to be collecting more coins here, you'll notice. Basically, we need to buy 2 moons throughout the run, so we're going to need about 200 coins by the time we get to Wooded. There's 1 moon we buy, and then there's another in Snow Kingdom later on. But overall, we're going to grab 200, and that definitely helps out.
Best capture on the run right there, by the way.
So it's important to note this entire time we've been on a timer, not to be late to meet up with a little certain friend that we saw earlier. Oh, wait, is that the same bird that we saw in the very beginning?
I think it is.
Let's see what he has to offer. Oh, what? He's got ship fuel.
Nani?
What?
And that's it.
And in this game, you can see there that there is a quick travel in this game where you can have Mario just quickly travel to any checkpoint you've activated throughout a kingdom.
We'll be using that later in the run, too. You can read a couple donations.
All right, here's Zergling Rodeo with $25, and they say, I can't wait to see Super Mario Odyssey. It took me about 10 hours to beat, so I'm hoping to see a better performance at GDQ. No pressure. Well, I'm sure we can beat that. And then we've got Giltherin here with a $30 donation. So we have Mario Odyssey, but when will we see Mario Iliad? Boo that man. Okay, all right, thank you.
You can read another donation here really quick.
Yeah.
Oh man, do you want another bad pun? I want another bad pun. $250 from WaxKiller05. What is Mario's favorite musical? Mamma Mia! All right, I apologize for everything.
I found it funny.
So our next kingdom is Lake Kingdom. It's a nice, small, compact world where Nintendo thought it'd be a good idea to dump a bucket of body glitter on everything. Thankfully, we won't spend too much time here because there's high-quality ship fuel in the area.
Now, with that jump that he did up there, up that wall, it's actually the intended way to go around here is go through a big underwater section with a fish, and he just jumped right up, and that was actually a developer, they knew about it. They knew about this sketch. Cappy actually said, hey, good jump there, but in Japanese, of course.
So now the camera's going to pan 180 here, you'll see here. The actual intended route to travel to the boss is going down that underwater city, traversing the entire underwater plaza, taking this really slow elevators you swim up in and whatnot. However, that changes thanks to a trick made possible called fish jump that Smiley will continue to elaborate on.
Yeah, all right, so he's going to take this fish, and basically he's going to be jumping up to the boss platform, which gives you 3 moons. So he's going to take the fish, jump it out of the water at a certain spot, and then be able to leave the fish and dive right onto the platform here, just like that.
Just like that.
All right, so this is Rango. Pretty simple boss. You just wait till his hat goes down, backflip. You can ground pound right through him for whatever reason.
Good
Do
hitbox
this,
of Nintendo.
do this a few times, and there. Last Lake Kingdom.
Easy. At least you make it look easy.
It's pretty easy.
So while we were appreciating Mario's nose jiggle physics, if we got time for some donations, we can get them in until next kingdom.
All right, here comes Hawk with a $30 donation saying my wallet got captured by an Italian plumber and his headwear. Here is a $20 donation from Parker. Parker says, looking forward to the Super Mario Odyssey speedrun and happy to help MSF. Thank you, Parker. Also, a $500 donation from Anonymous. No comment with that, but thank you so much. BitDragon with a $15 donation. I'm dedicating this to my boyfriend Space, who is the biggest Mario fan that I know. I wish I could be at home for Super Mario Odyssey, but can the crowd give me their best Wahoo Mario impersonation?
Wahoo!
All right, so next up we have Wooded Kingdom. So it's very important to note that in the Japanese version, the NPCs are limited to only 2 words per transaction as shop owners, which are spend money and thank you. Now, when I give you the cue, I want you to say it with me when we get there.
Don't worry, you'll see it'll be really epic, everyone.
So in the very beginning here, when we get started, you're going to see a nice little store robot, call it. He looks like a little watering plant. First, we're going to get a couple moons here. There's ship fuel and rocks. Go figure. Also, you know, Gray Mips, SM64, also carrying ship fuel. So here's our shop owners. So we're going to talk a little bit, and then we're going to go spend money. Thank you.
Good job, everyone.
Whoa.
Oh, that'll cost him.
It's another 10.
Dude, my wallet's feeling pretty light.
Ooh, yeah.
Sorry, boys.
So more on the lore of the current kingdom we're in, Wooded Kingdom. It is immersed and surrounded by plenty of nuts, which oddly enough contain power moons, which you may remember is ship fuel.
What doesn't have ship fuel in this game?
Well, I'm pretty confident pedestrians, you know, that walking around and whatnot.
Right.
There's no way any average Earth human's going to have possession of such a rare commodity, right?
Oh, yeah,
Exactly.
totally. That's another one.
Another
Oh,
box.
come on, bro.
Dude, you did that one on purpose.
I'm pretty sure he did it on purpose.
Dude, how much money am I up to so far? Like 50 bucks?
I don't even know anymore.
I lost track.
All right, so I'm entering the flooded pipeways here. This is cycle-based, so you're going to notice the water is going to be going up and down. I'm going to grab this first moon up here, jumping into the water. And when I make it back down, the water will be at a certain height to where I can just squeeze through a bunch of fuzzies near the end here, so. Hi there. And that's fast bites.
So difficult to do.
Also right here, this is the wooded climb. Basically, you'll notice I'm gonna, as I climb further and further, I'm gonna put my camera up ever so slightly every time. Because the way enemies spawn in this game is by looking at them with the camera. So by me having it pointed up there, was able to spawn this up route just in time for me to get up.
So as we can see, Nintendo likes for us to search for objects, and there's obviously ship fuel in this red maze. But it looks just a little too crazy in there, so we're gonna leave early.
Hop over the deep woods. And I'm actually gonna buffer a jump right here. Well,
Oh.
yeah, so what's supposed to happen is I'm supposed to buffer a jump on the poison, and you can actually jump on the poison without taking any damage, but unfortunately I pressed it too late.
Then another bomb.
Another.
My wallet!
Just take my wallet, man.
All right, so there's a thing coming up here called Flower Skip. He's going to avoid stepping on a P-switch that spawns a bridge, and instead of using the bridge, he's going to do a crazy trick with a spin pound and a roll cancel, turning around, a triple jump. It's a lot of stuff all at once, and you'll see it'll speak for itself. It's absolutely incredible, just jumping over this crazy gap on this tiny little railing.
Now, I want you to take note here, it's the first time that we're using a tiny railing to help cross an obscene gap, otherwise not possible.
Oh, we got the Insta
The
Nut.
Insta,
Instant nut.
not costing him.
No lag.
Just saved $10 by switching to
Instant nut.
instant strats.
Thanks, Micro.
No probs.
All right, so he skipped all the P-switches. He skipped like 2 P-switches back there, and skipping another third here.
And now we're going to go for that epic fourth.
Oh, he needs this one, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs this one.
So we're just gonna make our way to the very top, get this moon, and then we're gonna head on outside.
Also note here that we needed 16 moons in this kingdom compared to the other ones.
So I'm sure we all know, taking stairs, that's so 2017 strats. This is 2018, we're speedy boys.
Speed boys.
So we're fighting a brutal named Spewart in a very circular arena.
Very circular, as a matter of fact.
Circle's very important, remember that.
So again, we're just speeding up the fight by jumping on him as soon as possible, giving him no chance to do anything.
And now I think we have a little bit of time for donations as well.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, here is a donation of $250 from Brian. Thank you, Brian. He just says, let's play some Odyssey. And here's one for Matthew, if we have a Matthew from Michigan in the crowd. Aaron and Annika donated $50 and said, this is in honor of our brother Matthew, who left his sisters in Michigan and went to watch SGDQ live in Minnesota without us. Seeing as how he didn't take us along, the least he can do is match this donation, right, Matt? Much love. We've also got $500 from Shma, who says, let's make this the first SGDQ to hit $2 million.
Woo! You got another one?
Yeah, here's Andrew with a $1,000 donation. Thank you.
Ooh,
No
wow.
comment, but we appreciate it. The dollars are coming in big. Final Fantasy VI will be 100%. Everything's blowing up over here. It's great.
So Nico, you want to tell us a little bit about what's coming up next?
All right, so what's coming up next is the Cloud Bowser fight. We're gonna land and see Bowser for the first time here.
Tough trick here with the jump. Right to get in the boss fight there, and he nails it.
Skipping a few platforms. So the fast way to do this fight. This is called fast hats. So I'm gonna, right as he throws them at us, we're gonna intervene with our own cap throw, and we can capture his hat like pretty much instantly. The intended way is we need to usually back up and wait for him to throw his like fake hats. But we can just get right on in there and capture them instantly with backflips on these last few cycles.
And if he misses any of these jumps, which are actually really precise, he's making them look easy. It's around 20 to 30 second time loss, so.
So I'm gonna get hit here on purpose, just because I have time to wait until he throws the hat. And that's the first Bowser.
All right.
Excellent, excellent. So once again, I'm going to be helping fill in all of the immersive Mario lore, because once again, you can skip cutscenes in this game. So what just happened there in the cutscene that just got skipped is Mario won the battle. However, of course, Bowser is a sore loser. He sneaks a cannonball shot at the Odyssey, wrecking it, causing it to crash now on what's called Lost Kingdom. And we have to wonder now, however, will he repair his Odyssey ship?
Well, there's no way ship fuel can repair that damage.
So yeah, pretty big jump coming up right here. Just meme tree.
Oh.
Sick, sick.
Yeah, and with this kingdom, the reason why he did that jump is there are cutscene triggers for a cutscene for Klepto, the bird, a vulture, that steals Cappy and forces you to go through this big, basically platforming section without him. But we jumped on that tree to avoid the cutscene triggers that are all around the kingdom that Nicro is expertly avoiding.
All right, so you'll notice after this next screen right here, just on the right side of us, we got Klepto. Like Smalin said, we want to avoid him, but if I touch this platform, I am now free to go anywhere in Lost Kingdom without triggering that cutscene. So just had to find that moon really quick. So a few difficult things coming up here. So
Yeah, that's
Serious
So you
time.
want to call serious time?
yeah.
all right, so difficult triple jump coming up here.
And he nails it.
Oh, dude, what are you
Whoa,
doing?
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Dude, you bumped the, you're
That
above
purple
the
goop is insta death.
It's insta death.
Oh! Nice.
Nice save. Or was it planned?
Was it?
So yeah, Lost is pretty cool.
Yeah. In and out so fast. So, apparently, moons, not only are they ship fuel, but apparently they can also act as WD-40 to buff out some scratches.
And repair the Odyssey. So more in on the lore here. So I'm sure you're all aware of our next destination at this point. Hyped up in the initial Mario Odyssey reveal trailer way back in January last year, clearly given the most attention during development, oozing with production value, littered in high frame rate NPCs and impressive draw distances. It's finally time to see how tall Mario is compared to everyday pedestrians. It's Metro Kingdom.
Hey. All right, so here's the people's jump.
Yo, I thought that jump was impossible. YouTube clickbait betrayed me.
So more on the lore here at this point. So Bowser's been busy mining cryptocurrency to fund his incredibly expensive wedding for Peach, right? And all that gathered electricity has caused a massive thunderstorm, tormenting all the citizens of New Donk City.
All right, so we got Goomba jump coming up here. Oh.
Woo!
All right, so this is City Hall interior. It's cycle based, so there's an elevator moving up and down. I'm gonna try to catch the first possible cycle here.
And nice.
Nice.
So yeah, with this pole, I can just use wall jumps. So I'm just mashing A to get to near the top of the tower. And there's another big jump coming up right here, right after this chest.
And this jump here, it's blind, and if he messes it up, he loses a minute. So
Also, the camera's incredibly uncooperative.
There you go.
There. But he makes it look easy.
All right, so you'll notice I grabbed a checkpoint flag right there, and we're actually going to use that later on when it becomes daytime Metro. Just another instance of warping for routing later on. And this is the Mecha Wiggler fight. Ideally, you want to beat this boss in 2 phases. This being the first one. I'm going to get in the corner right here, so by me doing this, I'm actually shortening the distance that the Wiggler travels through the walls, just so he doesn't run across the whole thing, saving a little bit of time.
So it's important to note here right now, if you can't tell, that Mario is actually a tank. And it's a gaming law that tanks are going to have tank controls. And it's also a law that tank controls are going to suck. So this thing's a giant chore to control, honestly.
We control the aiming of the tank with motion controls, and as we all know, Nintendo forced us to get good with motion controls through Splatoon. So it pays off here.
Right?
Nice. Wow.
So yeah, that was a really good 2-cycle. Definitely clean.
So this fight is actually the only real part of the run that has RNG. It's actually possible for that boss to walk in a circle to the point where you're not actually able to hit certain body segments at all, forcing you to do an extra cycle. But you got lucky there, which is excellent.
And if you want to squeeze in one donation during the Jiggle Physics, you may.
How about one from our man Carl Sagan 42 with $1,000?
Wow.
Go Carl.
8 years ago, watching so many people having fun and raising money for a great cause at the first GDQ brought a lot of joy to an otherwise dark time in my life. It's been an honor to participate in GDQ and to give back to an awesome charity like Doctors Without Borders, who bring light to so many people who need it the most. Let's hit 2 million.
Let's do it.
All right, so here we are in daytime Metro. First trick right here is a interesting capture, kind of like what you saw in Sand Kingdom with the Dram Strats. Kind of do another one right here, saving a little bit of time. And big trick is scoot clip coming up. I'm gonna use motion controls to just tilt myself enough to hopefully
Get it first try.
On the drive-by.
So yeah, that's the drive-by. If you miss it, it's pretty easy to back up again, but it's cool to get it right away. Really clean.
And if you didn't see there, he actually had to physically almost hold his controller upside down for that one.
So since the game's in Japanese, this moon this guy gives you a moon just for being his friend. But as you'll see here, we just kind of leave him there.
All alone.
All alone. But the important thing is, do pedestrians have moons?
Yeah, apparently, right? Like
I thought this was rare stuff.
apparently not. Just everyday people are just carrying it around. Isn't that absurd?
What a world.
Best moon. All right, so I'm going to be doing a gap across here to a dumpster. The vector triple jump.
And after this moon is actually pretty crazy. He's going to just dive right after this cutscene. Absolutely crazy. All the way down straight to that moon.
All right, so coming up is the tower climb. I'm going to just squeeze myself between these stairs to hopefully get enough distance between all these backflips, make it up here smoothly.
He makes that look easy, y'all. He could have easily bonked on any of that.
All right, so I'm going to be going for a bullseye right after this, so serious mode.
Ooh.
Oh. Diving right off the. So yeah, I'm supposed to be able to cancel off the rail, and then I was gonna attempt a ground pound from really high, but unfortunately, I just fell right off.
All right, so just to recap so far with, again, the immersive narrative lore right now. I reminded you earlier that Bowser used cryptocurrency, causing a thunderstorm that Mario stopped, saving the city. But now the city wants to throw a festival to celebrate Mario's efforts. However, Mario, of all people, is now tasked with building a band for said festival in his honor, showing the absurdity of how good deeds are rewarded with more errands to do? Question mark. It's also important to note here that what you're about to hear when speaking to the band members who's going to be recruiting is how Nintendo of Japan depicts the average New Yorker to sound like.
Hi. Mm-hmm. Oh.
And also Pauline's inability to search for band members right next to her.
Yow!
Jiggle physics.
HD. Another hot spin pound right there.
So I'll make my way to this last little island here. We'll see. We've seen this guy before right here. Grab a moon from him and get the basis. Just for half the band.
OTEP.
Yay.
2017 memes. They live on, don't they?
So we're only going to collect 2 band members and just ditch that whole idea completely. And go to Snow Kingdom now.
Friend zoned.
Yep.
So it's no surprise that Snow Kingdom is home of some very dangerous tricks in this speedrun.
Super dangerous. So one of the tricks that I'll be doing right when I arrive in Snow Kingdom is the Snow Dram. It's basically a little like cliffside where you're only supposed to go through it through a painting. It's like a post-game moon from like the Mushroom Kingdom. But we've actually found a way with just near perfect inputs to be able to just barely make it onto the cliffside, collecting the moon, speeding up the Snow Kingdom route as of lately.
And this is probably like, no, it is the hardest trick in the entire run. Like, this is insanely hard.
Potentially, yeah.
But we're going to go for it
Oh, absolutely.
because we're speedrunners. There's no other way.
We gotta go fast.
So super duper serious time.
So I'm going to line myself up first person here, just to get the right visual cues.
First try.
First try.
Wow.
Making it look so easy. I know you can't really tell, guys, but Mario's nose like clips the ground, just
Yeah,
barely
basically
making
just
it.
Scraping the edge of the cliff there.
So we're gonna go meet our lovely neighborhood Captain Toad. As you can see here, he's built a little wall of snow to keep himself warm because there's a big scary blizzard going on right now. But Mario just comes in like the Kool-Aid Man demanding ship fuel.
Oh yeah. Demanding his ship fuel and then leaving him exposed to die in the storm.
Like, how's it?
I'm pretty sure we never see him again, so that's just the assumed result.
He might have died.
F in chat, y'all.
Maybe he'll make it to the wedding.
We'll see.
That is one of the few pieces that you won't bonk off if you dive into it there.
So we go up on top of this bridge to basically take a huge shortcut throughout this entire town to access this chest moon very early. And we're going to do a nice little blind ground pound in that snow. Sick RNG, by the way.
Yeah, that could have been anywhere.
So on this lower level, we're going to go to the first story room moon here. This consists of the blowy joeys we got over here. We're going to do a set of inputs, and we're going to try to get a triple jump, time it just to get blown across the room and snatch this moon right here. Now I'm actually going to become a blowy joey and get rid of all these spinies really quick.
They didn't stand a gust of a chance.
Not one.
Boo.
Boo.
And yeah, that's the first story moon we get in Snow Kingdom. Snow Kingdom's very spread out, I'd say, so it's like, it's hard to find moons in this kingdom that are actually fast for the run, but this is the best we got.
Boo.
Alright, so here's the Goomar Room. I'm basically just collecting these Goombas right here. We're gonna stack up in 4 and hit the switch over here to reveal some more ship fuel behind the wall.
And after this is a pretty big a jump that he's going to be doing across, almost blind. The intended way to do this room is... Oh, another
Yo,
bomb.
what? Come on, dude.
The intended way to do this room is to drop icicles to just basically walk across this gap, but we're going to skip all of that.
Sick. Good job. Yeah, I think we're down like $80 so far.
Dude, I don't know. Are you paying for dinner, Nicro? Like,
Yeah.
Maybe. All right, so another slurp right here, hopefully.
Beautiful.
so to finish up Snow Kingdom, we're gonna get a shot moon, but due to the Chivarians having terrible rancid breath and there being no mints in sight, Mario's able to shout his order for one quick batch of ship fuel from across the shop.
Yeah, notably you don't have to like actually walk up to them to trigger their dialogue.
They have a nice big personal bubble. And with that, we're all finished up with Snow Kingdom.
Yeah, so I'm sure we got a couple of donations to plug in right now, don't we?
Yes, we do. We received $100 from Kevin J, who said, I cannot unsee Mario's nose jiggle. Also, shout-outs to Trihex on the couch for the lore facts. So enriching. And the Yeti chiming in with, why not another $10,000? Yeah, the crowd loves you. They said, hi all, Yeti here. Congrats on unlocking the 100% run for FF6. Can't wait to see Poexel's clutch strats. We don't use our donation for many incentives these days, but we need to put this toward naming Umaro Yeti because it is canon. He's basically a second cousin to us. Here is No Why donated $25 and said, some of these Odyssey jumps are incredible. Truly, I am over the moon.
So Seaside Kingdoms, like the obligatory vacation destination that is world mandated by every game ever.
So yeah, the mid game of Odyssey is arguably the hardest part of the game. So we'd call this like the vacation kingdom. It's relaxing, it's chill, nothing too crazy going on. So it's definitely a nice break from all that craziness earlier.
All right, see if we get good floor RNG again.
Oh,
No.
perfect.
2 for 2.
Are you kidding me, man?
Blessed run.
Less RNG in chat. Not even really needed, actually.
And coming up here, he's going to be going into a little tunnel in the wall, hole in the wall here. And the intended way is to capture a little enemy in the ocean and then bring it over here to climb up. But we don't need any of that, and he's just going to jump right in with Cappy. And again, after this, there's something else with a rocket flower we're going to see for the first time. It's incredibly hard to control because you're moving super fast, but he's going to be collecting all of these notes in a straight line.
Why not just use motion controls to get the notes?
If only.
If only. And then using that momentum to carry over right into the moon there, skipping any kind of slow swimming.
So right here we get notably the best capture in the game.
Oh, absolutely.
We only get him for a short time
Just a
though.
quick little swim, and then we're going to trade him off for a more interesting sea creature right here, which is the Cheep Cheep. And this is basically the donation part of Seaside or the run. You can just read a bunch of donations. I'm just swimming for a while.
Okay, you let me know when you're done swimming. Until then, how about $150 from Captain Thunderpants? This is an interesting shout out. They asked if you could read this so my kid believes that SGDQ is live, I'd appreciate it. All right, so Thunderpants Jr., we are actually a live show here. And Couple K, yeah, there you go. Donating $30 says, greetings from Canada. Suplex the heck out of that train. Thank you, Couple K. How about a donation from Rise in the amount of $2,500? Man!
Wow.
They said, good evening, gamers. I am thrilled to watch SGDQ for the 3rd year in a row, and I love the time, effort, and work y'all put into for this great cause. Shout out to my boys, Rab Brinks and Zelet. Thank you, Rise. Another anonymous $1,000 donation with no comment, but we appreciate it.
Wow. Whoa.
Squishy Flan is going to punish us with a pun here, but they donated $750, so it's worth it, right? Having just finished FF6 for the first time in my life earlier this week, I'm excited to see somebody show me how this game is really played. Also, hats off to the Super Mario Odyssey run. I'm sorry.
Cappy.
OzzyMandOS donated $116.77 and said, this Odyssey run is nuts. We also got $30 from Coupon Troopa, who says, nice to see Mario Odyssey helping to cap off a great GDQ.
Hey. So next up is the Luncheon Kingdom. This kingdom has a lot of cool strats. Definitely one of the more interesting in the kingdom. One of the longer kingdoms too. First trick I'll be doing is the Salt Pile triple jump. To get up to here.
Sick. Got it.
Oh, yeah.
Just barely making it up there.
Yeah, that very easy to not make that and fall off.
Yeah, he made that look way easy.
So Here, we're coming up on another boss fight in the game. It's actually going to be our first refight.
Yeah, it's a rematch.
I'm not sure we've seen this guy before.
Yeah.
So this boss fight's completely different.
Yeah.
His attack patterns are just off the walls, going in different directions every time.
Oh, yeah.
It's important to note that this arena is rectangular instead of circular, and that's about the biggest difference I can tell you guys.
Yeah,
Because he doesn't really get to move at all, so
Yeah,
we're pretty much done.
It's a big game changer, right?
He also only gives us one batch of ship fuel instead of 3, so
It's pretty cheap.
price is probably inflated in luncheon.
Worth less. Supply and demand.
All right, so coming up here is a quick bonus room. See if I get the fun little strat. Just cutting some corners. Oops. So yeah, got burned. Didn't work out.
Little toasty.
A little toasty.
Pepto's hot. Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, dude.
I like when Mario's well done.
So yeah, pretty much just for this main town portion of Legend Kingdoms, so much cool movement.
6-spin pound. Awesome.
And this next trick here is I'm going to break a box while diving to the top of this roof at the same time to reveal a moon.
Sick. You did that blind?
Yeah, completely blind. Couldn't see it at all.
All right, so we got the first Kobe coming up here. Gonna pull the golden turnip, or try to,
Not that one.
and Kobe that right into the soup real quick.
Kobe.
We got another Kobe coming later. The second Kobe is way more interesting, trust me. Hopefully.
If all goes well.
If all goes well. And I'm gonna spin pound off this pillar onto these next few salty islands. I don't know if you noticed, I put my camera downwards there. Specifically, like I mentioned earlier in Wooded, enemies spawn when you look at them. So by doing that, I was able to spawn the fireball on that side of the island, so I could pick them up a little bit quicker. This is Forks, probably the best song in the game right here. Honestly, it's quite a banger. But enjoy it while you can. I'll be getting out of here really quickly with some motion control stuff, just flicking some forks around and whatnot. It's almost done.
Good stuff.
All right, so hopefully the second Kobe I can get coming up here. So I'm gonna capture this fireball. We're gonna jump across the Pepto-Bismol really quick, and I'm gonna make my way up here to grab another golden turnip. This one's just for swag. We don't necessarily need the golden turnip, but I pick it every time. So I'm gonna long jump with some speed here with this turnip. Oh, lost a little bit of speed, but let's see if I get it. Nah. So I missed the second Kobe. If you line up properly, you can actually throw this turnip in the perfect spot, but I'm gonna try to avoid this spiny here. See, this might not work. I'm gonna have to readjust. This spiny's really in the way. I may as well just get him out of here. Get out of here.
Rip.
So yeah, this trick can be just a little late. Yeah, this trick can be quite annoying, just because the spot that you have to line up the turnip in is pretty precise, and a lot can go wrong here. So there. Oh, just turnip flip.
That's right
Excellent.
into the cage.
And that skips having to use the pan bros to break open cheese that reveals a switch that destroys the glass box.
Saves a bunch of time and is one of the harder tricks in the run, so it's still impressive getting it that quickly. And now Mario is stuck in a glass box. Well, just kidding.
Lol, Nintendo walls.
Coming up here is a pretty cool triple jump. He's going to be doing a jump all the way up the side of this mountain to basically skip going around and climbing it, and then doing a blind dive to get a moon. It's going to be really scary. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Completely blind.
So yeah, this part of Luncheon right here can be super risky. All you have is those tiny little triangles to jump off on the corner, so any much mistakes there is pretty much a death. And best capture in the game is the meat.
Twitching his meat.
Time to twitch our meat.
Yeah. And Triple Moon in the soup, and that's going to be Luncheon.
Right, so we twitched our meat. Yeah, give it up, give it up, give it up. We twitched our meat to bait out Cockatiel to come out and play with us. However, if you remember here, we shouted out earlier that you only need a certain amount of moons to advance on. So we only needed 20 here. We have that now, so we're going to skip Cockatiel's fight and everything entirely. Also of note here is the fact that, believe it or not, apparently ship fuel is the secret ingredient for the famous Cockatiel stew loved by the locals here in Luncheon Kingdom, apparently. So next one coming up next, I hear it's pretty difficult. Is that true?
Oh yeah, this kingdom coming up, Ruin Kingdom, probably like it's the thing that makes or breaks a run. It's the crux of the entire run itself.
Yeah, I'm getting a little nervous thinking about it, honestly. It's definitely a scary kingdom. Not looking forward to it.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
Dang, if it makes Nicro nervous, I mean, I'm a little bit anxious right now, actually.
I'd be anxious.
All right, well, here it is, y'all. So upcoming next now is Ruin Kingdom, which I would say is the most ambitious crossover event since Avengers Infinity War, actually. Ruin Kingdom is home to the crossover of still unannounced Dark Souls 4, as you can tell by all the gloomy atmosphere sprinkled with death and despair everywhere. Spawning shortly here is Spyro the Dragon, coming to Switch later this year in Remastered Trilogy, except here he's in Ultra HD 4K, as noted by the insane texture detail you can see right now. And Mario, all in the same universe at one time. In fact, it's so epic, I think we got time for donations for the next 3.5 minutes.
Oh my goodness. That sounds like the most epic thing ever. Here's Shanador at $20. Get ready for this one. These moons really are everywhere. Have you checked in between those couch cushions, by the way? Maybe under Trihex's cap? Thank you, Shanador, for that. We have Zoinker with a $25 donation saying, no love for clever wordplay in the audience? I guess Hatter's gonna hat.
That was a reach. That was a reach.
Yep. Cato Pokin Nerd 95 with a $100 donation. I wanted my last donation of the event to be during one of the best Mario games. I'm pretty bad at games, so I don't play any of them, but I sure love watching amazing gamers like Nicro destroy them. Let's get to 2 million. Thank you, Cato Pokin Nerd. Here's a Perry with a $512 donation. Awesome. No comment with that, but we just wanted to show our gratitude. And then Robbie with a $15 donation. Mario Odyssey? NicroVeda is making it look more like Mario Odd Easy. Nice one. And just on a personal note, I want to say I'm in touch with members of the Super Mario Odyssey community and NicroVeda's community, and they're trying to get a donation through, but having a little trouble with that. So I don't have their comment to read in front of me yet, but I just want to say they're trying, and we appreciate that. Here's $500 from Anonymous, who says, Power Stars are so 1996. The Odyssey is cutting-edge 2017 Cappy technology, so naturally runs on the latest futuristic energy innovations. Power Moons are 100% all-natural, biodegradable, environmentally friendly, and gluten-free. Not to mention they can be found apparently everywhere, from the bottom of the ocean to the surface of the moon. For the modern world traveler, Power Moons are hands down the fuel of choice.
Now, you'll notice here, it said we got a grand moon, but we actually acquired some dragon scales to reinforce the Odyssey with Nintendium, which, you know, if any of you old school Game Boy or the original Nintendo DS owners out there are familiar with, it's literally indestructible.
And definitely won't get damaged by Bowser's fireballs now.
Oh yeah,
right?
Odyssey's totally good to go.
Yeah, Nintendium is impenetrable, right? So
the final world we have here is Bowser's Kingdom. He had it crafted miraculously because he's a huge weeb.
As you can tell here.
Two golden gates at the very front.
So basically, Bowser's Kingdom just consists of a bunch of mini islands I'm going to be going through. This first one here, they actually wanted to make you jump up this wall with a Pokio, but I just skipped that entirely. And we're onto the Thwomp boss right here, jumping across this gap. You can kind of just let this guy swing and there you go.
Perfect.
Nice. We're going to watch a cutscene here, but after the cutscene, we're going to go to the next island where we're going to have to collect moon shards, where there's going to be 5 moon shards that we need to collect, and it'd be great if you guys could help us count them with us. But he has some really slick movement that he's going to collect them with Mario and Cappy, where the intended way is to just capture a bird, but he's not going to use that at all. He's going to jump across some rooftops and do some really fancy tricks, but here we go.
But can Twitch chat count to 5?
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
All right, here they are.
1,
2.
And
3. 4. Backwards. Wow. 5. Off camera. Sick.
there you go.
So we just acquired our second story moon. So we're going to be going on to a couple more boss fights. Might see a new face that we haven't seen yet. And maybe an old face. But defeating 2 more bosses is required for unlocking the next part of the kingdom.
Quick little detour right here, though.
I'm not really sure why you're doing that. Maybe you just want to show off for everyone.
We'll see.
Just felt like it.
All right, so here we have Harriet, best dressed bunny of 2K18. So the strat here is you want to return the spike bombs on her hair so that we speed up the phase and then hit her while her head is exposed. And you can see her bouncing around a little bit. If you're in certain spots, she'll actually take fewer jumps, thus speeding up the fight even further. And we want to hit her towards the next spot she goes to, which is completely set in stone. So we just memorize the pattern and just execute the fight. And we're already done.
Dang, that was fast.
So we're back at Topper again.
Something seems... He only has 3 hats again, so this is...
Oh,
wait.
Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa.
He has a lot more hats than I remember. More hats, more fun?
Question mark?
Nah.
Well.
We're already done. It's fine.
Yeah, that boss fight can be quite annoying. If you don't time it right, you can actually... all his hats will just fly everywhere, and you can't really tell which one's his a lot of the time, so... Good thing I got it right when he dealt the hats.
It's a very easy thing to mess up for sure. What's going to be coming up after this cutscene here is Nicro needs to pick up 1 more moon. And the moon that he's going to pick up is actually really scary because he's going to be jumping blindly around a corner, doing a cap jump, destroying some crates behind a wall to get a moon. And it's like, it's so hard to see what you're doing and control yourself. And then it's actually after that is even harder where the camera kind of just misbehaves and doesn't, okay, he gets it, doesn't turn after this. To the point where he has to make a huge jump completely blind after this, too.
Yeah, this jump right here is pretty scary.
And he makes it.
So a cool little bird strat right there. I can like poke the corner of the peckable wall, if you will. Just pushing me a little bit forward.
So a reminder of again about all the grand lore here of Mario Odyssey. All the rabbits you've seen so far, Harriet and the Hatter that we've just defeated recently, they all act as wedding planners to help assist Bowser in preparing for his wedding. And now all the Brutals assemble together to stop Mario from crashing the wedding.
More of a giant transformer.
It's kind of a Voltron.
Well, technically, it's practically a Mobile Suit Gundam.
Can we just agree to call them the
Mighty Morphin Wedding Planners?
And Nicro's already half done the fight, but what you're actually seeing right now is a really difficult strat. Like he's gone through most of the hard part already, but the intended strategy for this boss fight is you have to capture one of those birds, end up shooting bombs at the legs of this mech, and then it falls over and you take the bird up the mech, you destroy the bubbles one by one. He's not doing any of that. He climbed up the side of the leg with Mario, and he's just ground pounding these bubbles one by one, and the mech's trying to blast him off the entire time.
So pretty good mech.
So very notorious boss for early speedrunners to constantly fall off and lose well over a minute of time.
And just for comparison's sake, like he beat it under a minute, but casually it takes over like 3 minutes, right?
Yeah, it's super long fight casually.
So now that we've defeated Bowser's Kingdom and the wedding planners, I think we have time for a couple more donations.
Back
All
to you.
right. Here is the fifth Matt with $1,337.
Wow.
Let's go. And Ave Cyclop donated $1,000, saying, "This will be the last game I watch, already staying up later than I should, but thanks for the time, GDQ." And thank you so much for your generosity.
I think you got time for a couple more.
Yep.
All right, Dusty with a $75 donation saying, "Having to hit all the bosses 3 times shows how great Mario is at hat tricks."
How punny of you.
$50 from Matt Bliss, longtime watcher, first-time donor. Let's give it up for this announcer. Damn. All right, I know Matt. Jigs up. I know Matt IRL.
All right, so plot twist here. Apparently, Bowser's Kingdom was not the final one in this game. Bowser is such a tryhard, pun intended, that he feels like throwing a wedding on does not feel like throwing a wedding on planet Earth. It's not exclusive enough or fancy enough, and opts instead to throw a wedding on the moon. So, welcome to Moon Kingdom.
So basically, I'm going to be performing like these little curved jumps. You might have seen these before. This is vectoring. It's just giving me a bit more speed in the air to just skip that other platform, come down here really quickly. And most of Moon is just rolling in this first section. But if you notice in the distance, there's actually a cave over there. This right here is the biggest skip in the entire game. This is called Moon Skip. Grabbing these rocket flowers to make it across here. And we're going to get on top of this Sphinx around this corner. I'm going to jump off a very precise spot on this wall. I think I missed it, actually. Oh, never mind.
First try. Insane.
So yeah, I thought I missed it because, once again, that wall jump to get the trick, it's very precise. And any wrong spot, you jump off that rock on the wall, probably won't make the trick work because the success of the trick relies on the first wall jump.
I don't think I saw Toad in the wedding hall. F's in the chat.
Yeah, he's gone.
Now, this Bowser fight, it's completely different than the first Bowser fight, and it's no way similar at all.
I think there's a little bit of fire coming out of his tail, if I saw that correctly. But I think he's breathing fire now. You know, some might say this fight is pretty lit.
Hey. Ooh.
Man, you guys are tough.
It's okay, you're just trying to fit in with the kids.
All right, so I actually missed the fast tower right there. The hat snuck under me, so I'm going to have to do it the regular way. This is what we haven't seen yet, though, so I may as well show this off.
These are the more casual intended strats.
right there, yeah.
Although he still did skip a cycle of Bowser jumping. There's a phase where Bowser jumps, and he was fast enough that he still skipped that. So still a pretty big time save with there.
I'm surprised Bowser's hair still retains its natural flow, even though in a fist fight with Mario.
He has some incredible hair.
Could we get a shot here to how lit this fight is with these questionable hitboxes? He's doing one jump and not even getting touched by the fire.
I mean, it's like you could almost roll over top of it. How close the hitboxes are to touching Mario.
There's a Bowser fight.
And that's a wrap. So, I'm about to give you guys the biggest lore fill in here because we're skipping all these cutscenes now. So, just to recap here, Bowser, who at the beginning of the game confessed his love for Peach, and in an ultimate dedication to his proposal of love, has traversed across the entire universe in pursuit of flowers, a beautiful ring, a sparkling wedding dress, energy to power his insane moon wedding, refreshments, food and cake for his guests' hospitality, only to have Mario rudely burst through his doors, crash the wedding, interrupting the ceremony, escalating into a fist fight, pummeling Bowser into a pulp and kicking a man while he's down, taking the last of his pride, capturing him against his own will, and then using Bowser's own body to save himself and Peach to get off the moon, leaving Bowser to die.
So here's 2D skip. Cool.
Nice.
If I missed that right there, I probably would have lost about a minute, so that saves like barely any time, but you know, had to do it.
Back to this whole Mario and Bowser debacle. I thought Bowser was supposed to be the villain.
Yeah, what's with that?
Yeah, I agree. That's pretty dark. Rated E for everyone, by the way.
Coming into the last sequence here, though.
Anime time indeed. So the way this room works is there's these 4 pillars. You want to hit them 5 times. Ideally, I want to knock this pillar down with all fireballs right off the start here, just so I don't have to backtrack later, and I got it.
This is very hard. Wow.
Yeah.
So just gotta snipe the fireballs, really. It's the main thing. Want to avoid clawing as much as you can.
Yeah, it's important to bring up here right now that the camera is extremely uncooperative because of how fast he's doing everything. And also that the floor is collapsing beneath him right now. But not a bet for Nicro.
Yeah. All right, so time will be coming up right after I break this cube. There's going to be a wire that appears so we can escape the anime sequence. And 3, 2, 1, time!
That was good.
That was good, man.
So
easily top 20.
So first of all, I just want to say big shout outs to the community. Everyone's insane. Mario Odyssey, in just like the short 8 months it's been out, it's come such a long way. So many people put so much work into it. All the strats, everybody's so welcoming. The Discord's huge. If you're interested at all in speedrunning this game, check out speedrun.com. There's like Discord link, join it, ask any questions you want. Everyone's so welcoming, able to answer anything you'd like. It's a really easy game to get into too. Another big shout out to the Conways, my stream. Love you guys. Thank you so much, everybody who got me here, who donated to me, and who donated to the incentive to make this happen. Appreciate you guys very much. Shout outs to Mom, shout outs to Dad, shout outs to Jess, Skylar, Travis, and Blake. Appreciate yous. And big shout out to the couch. Fucking Trihex, Bayleaf, Small Ant, you guys are insane. Spike, thanks so much. Appreciate yous. And thank you guys so much for watching.
Anything else?
Well,
yeah, you guys can plug your stuff.
Yeah.
So as you guys know, there is more to Odyssey than just any percent. We have categories like World Peace, Dark Side. Don't know if you want to run that or not. Just a little tease. And then all unique moons where you get all 880 moons. But most importantly, I think the most hype completionist run is Darker Side.
Indeed.
Where you go through the entire game, revisit every kingdom, bust open moon rocks to reveal even more moons we didn't get to see. We collect 500 moons at an average of 1 moon every 25 seconds. Super high-paced, octane gameplay
get into that.
for 3.5 hours. I highly recommend it. By far my favorite category.
Yeah, a lot of cool Odyssey categories. There's many things to choose from. Big game, lots to do. And yeah, thank you guys once again all for coming out. And thank you, SGDQ, for the opportunity. Appreciate it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Big shout outs to Nicro for giving us an amazing run.
Absolutely, man. Shout outs to you, bro.
Very high quality RTA run. No reset. Very impressive.
Very good.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, big shouts again to Small Ant's got a fantastic tutorial series YouTube videos. Do check them out if you want to get good and have all the movement broken down in the game. Our commentary did not do justice to how much tech is built into and condensed in this action-packed, almost under 1 hour run. So check them out when you get a chance. And thank you, everyone.
All right. The couch and runner of Super Mario Odyssey, everyone. Thank you so much for that experience. It was wonderful. A few more donations here. Al Borland with $15 saying no puns here, just major praise for Nicro. Also, Catherine with a $5 donation. The other day, my daughter donated $50 of her own money and said she hopes she gets to see Super Mario Odyssey as well. Now she's so excited to see it, she's donating $5 more. Yeah, something I wanted to mention to you all is that if you have Amazon Prime, then you can also have Twitch Prime. Yes, that's right. Just associate your Twitch account to your Amazon one. You'll instantly have the benefits of Twitch Prime, including 1 free subscription to a Twitch channel of your choice once a month. So, yeah, feel free to maybe use it here at Games Done Quick if you'd like. And, another benefit of being a Twitch Prime member is you won't see ads like the Twitch one that we're about to play for you all. We'll be right back after this. And Summer Games Done Quick 2018 will continue in a moment after a word from some of our sponsors. Ah, that wonderful Danny B style music. Welcome back to SGDQ. It's Summer Games Done Quick 2018. Coming to you live from Minneapolis, Minnesota. We're raising money for Doctors Without Borders, also known as MSF. And we also read some comments from your donations. Like, here's one from Jokos Jackal, who donated $50 during Odyssey and said, "There is no cap-e to the money we can raise. Let's fuel this cause so doctors can go to every world to save the day, IRL." Here is Michio with a $150 donation. Says, Super Mario Odyssey and Final Fantasy VI? I can't think of a better way to close out a great SGDQ. A huge thanks to all the runners and staff for making this great event possible. It's something I look forward to every year. This donation goes towards suplexing the train because when given the option, always suplex the train. Oh yeah, and indeed we have met the incentives for Opera Shenanigans, Final Fantasy VI 100%, and we will be suplexing that train. Back on topic of our last game, though, Yikes donated $50 and said, so glad we got to see the Mario Odyssey run. Hype, but it was a bit confusing looking at the old schedule. I thought to myself, Mario's odd to see. Thank you, Yikes, I think. Langry donated $150 earlier and said, everything I want to say has already been said better by others. But thank you to everyone involved with SGDQ. Thank you to Doctors Without Borders. Thank you. And that'll be it for my time on the microphone with you all. I've been Prolix. It's been an absolute pleasure showing you Bingo, showing you Odyssey for the first time in a GDQ. What a wonderful time. Until I speak with you again, I hope you all take care and have a wonderful rest of the marathon. And now we'll be sending it to the interview desk.
Director Uyama, you called.
Thank you for spreading the word of prizes to the fair citizens of GDQ.
Of course, Director. It is my mission to spread the word of prizes. Prizes you guys are able to win. Prizes such as these wonderful Undertale plushes, available from now through the end of Final Fantasy VI a little later this afternoon. They're great, they're beautiful, and they fall down on tables. Exactly what you need in a prize. Prizes like this absolutely beautiful picture of Dark Link from Ocarina of Time. He's actually impossible. Nobody knows how to defeat this boss, not even Prize Man. Prizes like this beautiful Vivi plushie. Look at him. He's Vivi. What more do you need to know? He's got a great hat. I do not have a great hat. I have this hood. Somebody get me this hat. Prizes like not 1, but 7 human hearts. I only have 1 human heart, so this prize is at least 7 times cooler than I am. I recommend it. There were more hearts than I thought when I started putting these down one by one. Prizes like this absolutely beautiful digital print of the Great Wolf Sif. This dog is dead. Sad dead doggo. Prizes, of course, like these beautiful hand-drawn portraits of the world of Balance and Ruin. I hope I'm holding them right up. I can't tell. I will assume so. Prizes like Lesser Dog. The best dog, despite not being a greater dog. Prizes like even more Undertale plushies. Seriously, they just never seem to end. It's fine. We have tons of them. Prizes like an amazing Mario quilt that will slowly levitate into frame in my hand. Close enough. It's beautiful. It depicts Mario, and I'm holding it sideways right now, as is tradition in Prize Man culture. Oh, and of course, Director, how could we forget our grand prize? A wonderful PlayStation 4 Pro, an Xbox One X, a Nintendo Switch, and a wonderful gaming PC valued at $2,200.
Astounding, Prize Man.
Of
But
course.
actually, there is one last prize.
Anything, Director, what can I do?
Your life!
Director, you were with the Shadow Committee all along. I should have known.
Thank you, peasant. First the prizes, next the world!
Hi, everybody.
Nothing happened right now, right?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, I don't know. I just had this weird, ominous feeling.
Like a disturbance?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, this is our last interview segment. We wanted to give a big thanks to everybody that's been involved throughout all of these. First of all, I'm glad everybody likes them for the most part, so thank you guys for enjoying the little skits we've been doing. This is my first time doing the coordination of the interviews and stuff, and I had a great time doing it. I want to thank all of the people that made this possible. First of all, our interviewers, Spike Vegeta, Proto Magical Girl, Feasel, Darkman, Cobra Muffin, Kung Fu, Fruit Cup, Kizaron, and of course Sumi for helping us out with some as well. I want to give a quick shout out to some extra hands that helped us out here and there, to Fool, or David, as a lot of people know him. Agama helped us out as well, and so did Augendrucker, or Richard, as he's known amongst all of us. And especially, I want to go ahead and give a quick shout out to everybody that's behind the scenes right now. Maybe we can get a quick shot of them or something. We've got Fant TV, Your Name Here, Musical Daredevil, Munchakoopas, and Scavenger 216. Give them a big round of applause, guys, because they do all the real work. Big shout outs to Power Up Audio as well, who have been just integral in making all of these skits work. I mean, half the time Kevin and Joey are just like helping us out, figuring out what the skit's gonna be and everything.
Absolutely.
So big shout out to everybody. Thank you all.
All right, well, you just said all the nice stuff. Now we're getting back to business right now. So we do have Final Fantasy VI coming up. It is a great run by Puexel, and we still have a ton of incentives open. So the 100% incentive has been met, which opened a couple of other things. So Umaro's name is now open, so you can donate to have the Yeti named after whatever you donate for, if you donate the most. Otherwise, you're just maybe potentially a loser. So,
Wow.
I mean,
Still helping out the chip.
if they don't win, then what are they?
It's a fair point.
Exactly.
Can't argue with that logic.
So about 4.5 hours into Puexel's run, there is the option to fight Magi Master. And that, to my knowledge, if it hasn't been met, it has not been met yet. So that is open right now. You can donate for him to fight that boss. And if that is met, then another incentive will open to fight Katana Soul, which is about 30 minutes after that. And then if that is met, then the option to fight Rexel will also open. So a couple of incentives have been met, which we are very excited for. The classic Suplex the Train has been met. Thank you very much to all of you. I hear some hoips in the audience. So that has been met. Opera Shenanigans also has been met. And I had no idea what that was outside of some singing, but I just talked to Puexel and he said that there's some crazy stuff that's going to happen so that he can rest his legs or something like that. So
We'll have to watch out.
I tried to think of a way to describe it and I actually just have no idea how to describe it. But expect it. It'll be great. Thanks again for donating. The option to fight Ifrit and Shiva is also still open, guys. So there are plenty of incentives in addition to the classic name all the characters. And those incentives will close. We will get prompts from the commentary couch as to when those will be closed. But generally, for all of the characters, the incentive will close a little bit before they are met for the first time. So I believe that wraps up our incentives in addition to all of those great prizes that our wonderful prize man has shown us. This is the final game coming up. So like J-Hobbs said, this is the final interview segment. Can we please get a round of applause for J-Hobbs here for organizing everything? He did a fantastic job. Thanks again to our wonderful production team. They did so much crazy stuff, so many memes, so many bad jokes. But let's all wish Puexel a great run. Now I will throw it back to the host duo, Covert Muffin and Nikasaur.
How are we supposed to follow that up? This is incredible. Hello, I am Nikasaur.
And I am Covert Muffin, and I'll be joining you guys a little bit later in the night.
But right now, we are about to jump into our last game of the entire event. This is incredible. We are going to be playing Final Fantasy VI. Are you guys ready? That was a healthy cheer. Thank you. That was lovely. I'm used to hosting overnight, so it's like, woo, a little bit. This is going incredible. Again, we still have some incentives open, so by all means, like you have not lost your moment. Get all up in this fight. Magimaster is only 4,000 out of 25,000. I know that we can make this, and I know that after that, there's going to be so many other boss fights that opens. We can keep this going, you guys. We have many hours to do so. So. We have a couple donations to do before we start. Kevin, K194, says, amazing Odyssey run, amazing week. Thank you to everyone at GDC. Go on and take a Bowser. Puns? I didn't even get a groan for that. Thank you. No, I like puns. I was just expecting some kind of reaction. Zachary70 sends in $150 and says, hats off, for playing games in the craziest way. Marcus142 gives $100 and says, what's up, GDQ? Thanks for all the hard work everyone does to put on such an awesome event. I just completed my residency yesterday, and I'm so proud to be part of the medical community alongside amazing organizations like MSF. Keep going fast, everyone. And of course, we wouldn't be here, we wouldn't be doing this if we weren't benefiting Doctors Without Borders, or Médecins Sans Frontières. They're a medical humanitarian organization working in more than 60 countries around the world. They're a private international association that provides assistance to populations in distress, to victims of natural or man-made disasters, and to victims of armed conflict. They do so irrespective of race, religion, creed, or political convictions. You can find out more at doctorswithoutborders.org. And thank you all so much. Look at how much money we've raised for them in the course of a week. This is absolutely incredible. And round of applause again for everyone who's donated and for everyone being here. You guys are amazing.